Hello everybody, Bruce Elgort here with a video on how to install Microsoft's Visual Studio Code on Microsoft Windows. So I have Windows 10 running on a computer here, and I have the Google Chrome browser at the code.visualstudio.com URL. I just highlighted that address in the address bar, code.visualstudio.com. And you'll see here there's a big blue download for Windows button. I'm going to click on that button. And that software is going to download here in the lower left-hand corner. It's going to take a second. And now that it's downloaded, I'm going to click once on that executable. Let me just close Google Chrome here. And I'm going to accept the terms, the agreement here. And I'm going to click on Next. I'm going to take all the defaults, at least this one and this one. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on all of these checkboxes here. Okay, you should too. And then I'm going to click on Next. And I'm going to click on Install. And in a few moments, Visual Studio Code will be installed. And wait for it. There it is. It's done. So let's click on Finish, which will launch Visual Studio Code. And there it is. There's Visual Studio Code. Congratulations. Hopefully you got the same results as I did. But we're not done yet. So what I want you to do now is click on this icon down here. If you hover your mouse over it, it says Extensions. So click it once. And now it's, you can type in here, Live Server. I want you to type that in, Live Server. And you can see here it comes up with this first one, Live Server 5.61. And I'm going to click once on it. And you'll see here, this is what you should see. If you're not seeing this, then you didn't type in Live Server correctly. So I'm going to click on Install. It's going to install this particular extension, which is going to help you out as a web developer. And you can see this blue thing pulsing up here. It's done. Okay, so the Live Server extension is installed. So what I want you to do now is click back on that extension thing, close this tab, and you should see something like that. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. This is going to become something you're going to use a lot. I'm going to click on this first icon here, and you can see it says Explorer. It opens this thing up here, this panel, and I'm going to click on Open Folder. And I'm then going to click on Desktop, and I'm going to create a new folder. Let me move this dialog box out to the center of the screen. And there's a New Folder button right here. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to type in Hello World. Did I spell that right? I did. And then I'm going to click on Select Folder. Okay. Now, it's going to be important to use folders when you're doing development in this course, okay? Because Live Server, this Live Server preview that I'm about to show you, requires it, all right? So you can see here that we have this Hello World folder open, and notice how Visual Studio Code uppercase the entire folder. Just want to point that out. Now there's a little icon here called New File. You could also access File, New File from the menu, but I like to click on the New File right here. And I'm going to type hello.html. Hello.html. .html is the file extension for hypertext markup language files. And then I'm going to hit Enter. And there it is. Now I have this this place here, this open tab. By the way, there's the Welcome tab. You can choose to show that Welcome tab every time Visual Studio Code opens, or you can unclick it and then close the tab, and you'll never see it again. Now, you'll notice here that the font size in my editor is a little larger. If you want to change that, you can go to File, Preferences, Settings, type in the word font up here, and you can see here under Text Editor it says font, and you can change that, right? If I want to make it say 36, that's all you do. and there's no save, no nothing. So you just close that, and you'll notice the font is a little smaller. All right. Sorry for the little diversion there. So check this out. If you type an exclamation point and then hit tab, you get this HTML code here. Let me do that one more time. Okay. So exclamation point, tab. Okay. That feature in Visual Studio Code is called Emmet. More on that throughout the course. So here's what I want you to do. Ready for this? I want you to type in the words hello world. Just like that. Hello world. And then hit Control S or File Save in your editor. Control S or File Save. Okay? So I'm going to save that file. And there it is. It's saved. But now, how do we preview this in Google Chrome? So I'm going to right click. Notice it says Open with Live Server. I'm going to click on that. It's going to launch Google Chrome and it says Hello World, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push Google Chrome over to the side here, and I'm going to change it to Hello World exclamation point 3 times. I'm then going to save. So Control S or File Save. I'm going to go back to Chrome and notice right now we have Hello World with those 3 exclamation points. I didn't need to reload or refresh this page. So one more for you. I'm just going to back this out. I'm going to type H1 tab. That's Emmet again. And I'm going to type in Hello World with 3 exclamation points. Control S or File Save. Go back to Google Chrome. And you can see now I have a bolded heading here. Okay, this is what we call an H1 or H1 heading. And I have the 3 exclamation points. I didn't need to refresh. I didn't close Google Chrome. That's one thing you don't want to do. When you're doing development, keep Chrome open. Do your work, like I can type in here P for a paragraph and then some fake text tab. And there I have some fake text. I'll hit Control S, go back to Chrome, and there it is. There's that text. Didn't need to do anything. Okay? So if you have any questions or you weren't able to get this work, let me know on Slack is my preferred way of communication. And congratulations, you have Visual Studio Code and the live server extension up and running. Have a great day.